Good afternoon. My name is Lauren Polhemus, and today we will be discussing managing absenteeism, turnover, and retention in the workplace. After review of this presentation, the learner will identify 2 ways to decrease employee absenteeism and state 1 way excess turnover negatively impacts an organization. Absenteeism refers to unscheduled absences within the workplace, and it's disruptive to work practices and productivity. According to Sullivan, voluntary absences include avoidable reasons for missing work, like taking a mental health day, where involuntary absences include things outside of someone's control, like being sick or injured. According to Sullivan, it's important to consider occurrences of absences and reasons for missing work when managing attendance. For example, missing several days in a row for the same reason should really count as 1 occurrence. Because employees aren't always truthful about their reasons for missing work, it's difficult to determine if absences are voluntary or involuntary. For this reason, many healthcare employers follow a no-fault attendance policy and count occurrences of absence, regardless of the reason, against the employee. Additionally, employee engagement and a sense of duty to the team can decrease voluntary absences. Overall, job satisfaction is a large part in predicting voluntary absenteeism in the workplace. Things that influence prevalence of absenteeism include workplace culture, generational differences, management style, opportunity for other jobs in the field, and personal values. For example, if the culture is it's okay to call out at work and there are plenty of job opportunities anyway, an employee might be more compelled to call off. In order to address employee absenteeism, Sullivan recommends looking at patterns of absence both at the individual level and across the organization, increasing employee engagement through increased responsibility like committee involvement and opportunities for advancement, addressing dissatisfiers like work stress, environmental factors, and negative coworker relationships, offering incentives for good attendance and enforcing attendance policies, and discussing expectations with new and existing employees. Sullivan also points out that offering a cash out for excess paid time off may decrease call-outs caused by not wanting to max out and lose PTO. Allowing employees to schedule time off helps promote work-life balance and employee satisfaction. Severin et al. Conducted a study in 2022 where financial incentives were given to employees to reduce call-outs and workplace dissatisfiers were addressed throughout the organization. They found financial incentives were not cost-effective in reducing absences, but that absences significantly decreased after programs were put into place to address workplace dissatisfiers. According to DeWinney et al., turnover refers to the number of employees who leave an organization and is linked to decreased company performance. Increased turnover has shown to decrease profits, productivity, sales, and customer satisfaction. Additionally, high rates of employee turnover is extremely costly to the company. For example, if a new employee requires 6 months of training but leaves after 1 year of employment, the employer only gets 6 months of good work out of that employee, but is paid their salary for a full year, plus paid another employee to train them. Sullivan notes turnover can be voluntary or involuntary, and that some turnover is beneficial to weed out non-productive employees and welcome fresh ideas. Managing turnover is an important step to retaining staff. Sullivan reports identifying the employee's reasons for leaving the company can help identify trends and areas of improvement. Also, making the right hiring decisions up front and providing adequate training can help ensure a good fit and transition to independent work. Sullivan also states addressing job dissatisfaction is a primary way to keep employees with the organization. DeWinney et al. Recommend anticipating turnover and proactively hiring into vacant positions to minimize disruptions in workflow. Employers may also be able to decrease turnover by allowing interdepartmental transfers and room for advancement. Additionally, they state employers should strive to maintain positive relationships with employees and allow employees to leave on good terms. Retention means keeping staff within an organization or department. Sullivan reiterates job satisfaction is extremely important in retaining staff. Job satisfaction includes relationships with leadership, the employee's shift or schedule, whether or not personal values align with the organization's, job expectations and pay, and fairness in the workplace. Sullivan also states studies have shown patient satisfaction has been linked to nurses' satisfaction and that the employee engagement and healthy work environments lead to better satisfaction of staff. Factors of a healthy work environment include communication and collaboration, effective decision-making, appropriate staffing, meaningful recognition, and authentic leadership. Sullivan reports sign-on bonuses and monetary incentives don't benefit retention long-term, but does identify some ways to positively retain staff, including good onboarding, implementing shared employee and leadership rounding, promoting employee recognition and team building, and encouraging career advancement. Pereira et al. Identify a healthcare retention triad, which includes fairness within the workplace, an emotional attachment to the job, and willingness to leave. For example, if your manager is fair and workplace policies are reasonable, you have friends at work and get nervous about changing jobs, you might stay at your current employer. However, if there's favoritism in the workplace, you don't get along with your coworkers, and there are plenty of job opportunities in your field, you might be inclined to look elsewhere. In conclusion, job satisfaction and a healthy work environment are important in reducing absenteeism and turnover. By promoting fairness, good relationships, and employee satisfaction, employees have a better chance of staying within an organization. Leaders should be proactive in addressing absenteeism and turnover in order to minimize workflow disruptions and loss of revenue. Here's a short video on the importance of employee engagement.
The benefits of employee engagement. Why does employee engagement matter? The answer is simple. Whether you know it or not, your company's bottom line depends on the satisfaction and happiness of your employees. Increased satisfaction and happiness always leads to better retention. People will stay where they feel the most joy. Simple as that. The truth is, labor resources still represent one of the most critical elements for a successful company. You will end up spending a lot more time, energy, and money trying to recruit the right talent if you cannot convince those with desired talents and skills to stay in your organization. Many employees today are looking for much more than a paycheck. They want to do work that is meaningful and gets rewarded. They want to be empowered, share a sense of belonging, and see a viable and visible career path ahead. Salaries are nice, but true employee engagement requires a deeper connection between the place in which one works and the values, motivations, goals, and interests that one personally holds. Employee engagement right from the start can produce significant benefits for your company, which can then translate to increased productivity and significant cost savings. When people are engaged, they tend to produce better work than when they are distracted. Engaged employees show up more consistently instead of finding ways to be absent from the office. Their improved customer service boosts your overall output and revenue. The critical question every company should ask is not why do employees need to be engaged, but are we creating an environment for engaged employees to thrive and be their best selves? The sooner you begin to practice proactive employee engagement, the better your retention, customer service, revenue, and results will be. If you want to learn more about the benefits of employee engagement, click the link below for more information.
My references are on the next 3 slides. Please reach out with any questions.